We are back for phase two of the Allied movement turn. Not movement turn, Allied turn.
Okay, so mode determination. So I can put things in PA if I want, which I really can't because nobody can PA next to you, nor do I want to fatigue. So in and out of battery I'm working on here. Make sure I got everybody in and out of battery. All right. Okay. So mode determination, I'm done. Construction phase, I'm not doing any construction. So movement, combat reserve, I don't have any combat reserve that I'm going to put anybody in. So movement segment. Place reinforcements, I don't have any. No emergency command changes. No ground interdiction. So strategic mode moving, I don't have anybody in strategic. No coup domain attacks. So tactical movement. So mechanized road movement first. All right, what do we got? The 30th Infantry Division rolled the crappiest. So they ended up with 2 fuel points. What did the ninth get?
So you're working on the third armor?
No, I'm over on the 30th.
Oh, 30th? Okay. So you're up here.
And I forgot to roll for my 19th course. I just rolled for that and got a 0 for fuel.
Awesome. Wonderful.
And let's see. Let me take a look because I think that's going to be no fuel for him. Yep, because he was in a no fuel status, so he gets 0, which is going to. I guess that's fine. He's not going to move anyway, so he doesn't count as a mechanized unit for movement. Okay, so let's start moving some mechanized. So we'll go 1, 2. This guy will go to there. Two. All right. Okay, so
Are you now in the first or in the third?
what are you talking about?
Oh, you're still in the 30th movement?
Nope. I'm figuring out my fuel for the 113th Cavalry. I'm trying to find that rule about the smaller. Oh,
So you have 4 units, I think. I'm not even going to count them. 4 or 5. And your fuel value is going to be half.
okay, some found it here. So lower no fuel status may reduce a mech class unit's available MA. So okay, so that's under 16.4.5.
I believe it goes like this. If you were able to move 4 units at their full movement, or 4 units, all your units have 4 movement points, but you have 5 or less, that number 4 gets halved. So only 2 units can move at their full movement. And it prevents people from putting people in comp groups or battle groups and benefiting on a bad roll for fuel.
Okay, so if the number of mech class units to subordinate to an HQ is 10 or fewer, the player can only provide full movement allowance to the number of mech unit class units equal to half the HQ's fuel value, rounded up. For the allied formations, count all subordinate units. I'm determining fuel values for units drawing their fuel value directly from. Okay, that's directly core.
Oh, they removed the 5 or less part?
Yeah, it's a 10 or less. But there's some other stuff I'm reading here right now under that. Okay, so I can provide full movement to 3 then, because I had a fuel value of 6. But I can't move more than 7 without fatiguing.
Mm.
So 1, 2. Okay, so we'll go Okay.
All right, we're going to have a little bit of action going on.
Because I was hoping to have a little more action and get the 30th moving, but I ended up with 2 fuel points there. So, but I got a lot more fuel to deal with this time. But I have no artillery. No ammo points. Oh well, such is life. All right, so these guys, I want to get these guys moving. So 1, 2. Oops, I gotta go look how much do I have for first. Yeah, first infantry ended up with 7, but I can only move 6. So 1, 2, 3. 4. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. 7. All right, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Half. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We got some Shermans and some M10s coming our way.
4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's see how I look something.
Now, didn't most American infantry by this time of the war have inherent motorized ability?
Yeah, all of my infantry divisions, I can motorize one regiment pretty much for free each turn, and they basically move like motorized and then dismount right away if I want to. But in this instance, because of my crappy fuel situation and the fact that the roads are going to get clogged by armor, it'd be better to move as infantry because I can move 3 hexes, and I'm limited to half movement unless I want to risk being fatigued for the first 3 game days. So So, okay. So now I'm going to do third armor because of Collins being activated. And he's with the HQ. They can move in any order they want as far as road and non-road. So I'll do that next. Let's see what we can do. We made it kind of difficult running way up north there. One, two, three, four to go there. That's pretty limited, but one, two, three, four to there. And one, two, three, four, five, six. So that's half their movement.
So by the way, you could have went here, and the reason why, you're in movement cover terrain, and my unit.
Because you're mechanized, it doesn't stop because there's no road there, or what?
Bingo. There's no road.
There's no penalty for moving next to you there because there's no road?
There's a penalty, but I'm not spotting for a movement halt.
Oh, well, it's not a movement halt, but if as soon as I move here, it still costs me 2, right? Because I'm next to you?
No, I don't think so, because there's no road. We have to check that. I might be mistaken, but I know that you can pass me because of I don't see you, because there's no road that connects the two forests. Okay. And you can go up to my engineer.
So that might be a movement halt deal, but I don't know if it still might be adjacent. So let's see what it says. Adjacent enemy units, 22.
See if I can look that up as well.
Okay, leg class units expend 1 movement point when entering a hex. Mech expend 2 when entering a hex adjacent to at least 1 enemy unit. A unit does not pay additional cost if the unit moves adjacent to an enemy unit during a friendly exploit phase. During a friendly movement or exploit phase, if the only adjacent enemy units are pure AFVs and the hex entered contained movement covering terrain and the hex entered does not have a road, but you're not pure AFVs because you're armored infantry, right?
Correct.
So you are right if it would have been just pure armored vehicles.
Got it.
But since you're infantry, it does not apply. As much as I would love that.
I know.
Okay, so if I go here, that'd be 1, 1.5, 4.5. Jeez. Well, I wanted to play 2020 rules, so I don't get the 1 movement point clear terrain anymore.
Nope.
Okay, let me see. What else can I do with these guys? That'd be 1, 2.5. Yeah, see, that's the only guy I think I can get next to you this turn because you ran away on me. So it'd be 1, 2.5, 4, 5.5 to get to there. Dirty, rotten brassifras.
Did you move? You didn't move anyone, did you? Because I didn't see anyone move.
I moved the guy up there for third armor, but with Rose.
Yes, those 2 I saw. Did you move anybody else?
No, I'm doing some math in my head. So
okay.
That's 1, 2.5, 4, 5.5. Oh, you. 1, 2.5, 4. God, I hate this half movement crap. Let's see, 3. Can't even get that up there. This guy go 1.5, 3, 4.5. Then he can't get next to you. 1.5, 3. He can't even join that guy. So 4.5. Okay. Well, it is what it is. What are these guys going to do? 3, 6. So 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. This guy will go boom, boom, boom. 1.5, 2. Two, 3.5, 6, 7, because he can move 7. All right, so we got 1.5, 2, 3.5, 5. Is that right? 1.5, 2, 3.5, yeah, 5. Instead of going there, he'll go up there for 5. All right, let's see. What do we want to do here? These guys can move up to 7. 1, 2. Let's see. 2. Well, we're going to try this. 3.5. 5, 6, 7.
How do you get 5? You're 3
he was here, so we went 1,
6, 7. Yes, you're correct. You're correct.
2, 3.5, 5, 6, 7.
8, 9, 10.
What?
8, 9, 10 with the artillery.
There's no, it's no 8, 9, 10. Wait, I'm going to change that guy. I'm going to bring this guy instead. This guy's going to do the same thing because he has an attached unit to give me a little extra. I can't get anybody else in the stack. 1, 2, 3.5, 5, and that's all he can go because the rest would be, let's see, 5, 6.5, yeah, and then the enemy would make it 8.5. So I don't want to fatigue. I mean, I have the movement points, but I don't want to fatigue. I probably should be pushing these guys to fatigue, but it's just I'm too cautious.
How did he get here? Hold on, Steve.
How did you get where?
With no road, this guy.
So he started right here. Hold on, I'll show you. He started right here. So he went 1, 2, 3.5. Oh wait, because that's not clear. I was thinking clear here, but that forest there makes it forest.
Mm.
So he'd have to stop there. Good catch. 1, 2.5. 1, 2.
We have a traffic jam.
Yeah, we do have a traffic jam, that's for sure. Let's see if I go to there. What do I got? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this guy is just going to go 1.5, 3. Let's see. My HQ is going to go 1.5. I'll just stay back there. And then this guy will go 1.5 to there. All right, so that's third armor. So it's interesting though. If you look at the last game we played and look at this game, and based on the fuel and where you moved, it's completely different.
Yes, and you have more fuel this one.
Yeah, but you ran further back, and I don't want to fatigue, so I can't get to you. Last time you were out further, and you got pounded. I was hoping you'd do that. I had some plans, but you took away my plans, man.
Absolutely.
Okay, last one I have is 9th Infantry, so I'll do they're motorized. So let's see. Oh, I gotta go look at what they got for fuel. So 9th Infantry, they can move 4, which is fine because the infantry can only move 3. So, all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5. 1, 2, 3. What do we got here? We got some, these tanks up. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.5. And then I probably, let's see, I'll move this guy. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's get the artillery up there. 1. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, that's 1 to there because it doesn't get red until that hex. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.5. This guy will just go up to behind that guy. And then what do we got? An HQ and artillery. So that would be 1, 2, 3. Then to there. And we'll just move the HQ up to there. Pretty slow sledding on that one road. Let me make sure that's all of my... Just got to go back and look at the 30th Infantry to make sure I didn't have any armor that I didn't move that I wanted to move. Nope. Okay, so now it's going to be non-road movement. And the third armor is all done, so this will go pretty quick. Okay, so...
Which one are you going to start with? The 9th?
I'm down at the 9th, yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that the 47th, 39th? Oh, what do you got? Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oops. Got my attach guy. Attach him. And 1, 2. Okay, so they're... Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. All right, so 9th is done. Now I'm going to move up to the 1st Infantry Division. All right, let's see here. So... what is that? Oh, it's got a little bit of woods there. So I got to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oops, not that way. 1, 2. Oh man, I moved that artillery up the wrong road. But we're not going to go back. 1, 2. If we move them wrong, we move them wrong.
That's great.
1. Yeah, right now there's some guy in the 33rd, 105th going, well, I thought he said go north up this road. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the first. Now the 30th. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll move this 1. All right, I got one tank over here that's just going to move his 1 hex non-road. And now what am I going to do with these guys? So 1, 2. That's all he's going to do. He'll go 1. And that's it. He'll move his 1. Oh, let's see. What do we want to do here? It's the 19th. He'll go 1, 2. And then the 117th is going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Oh,
Oops.
You move I hate when that happens.
I was trying to select the engineer underneath so they could move together, and I still had the other guy selected. Okay, and then this guy will move 1 and 1. All right, I think that's going to be it. So next phase is, all right, so movement, no PA mode, command status, determine command status. Everyone's in command. We're all in our starting. Quick construction, I don't have any. You don't have any you want to exploit?
I do not.
So combat phase, tactical assault designation segment. All right, so I need to designate a few tactical ones here. I think that's all I can do. Replacement segment. Eligible units may receive replacements.
Now, in the new rules, you can move and receive replacements, yes?
Yep. You just can't be attack designated, and there's like a list of like 7 or 8 different things you can't be. But as long as you just moved, you're good. So I put an infantry in there. And I think I have some armor I can beef up a little bit. Okay, so let me change that. Easy come, easy go. Okay, so fire support segment. Perform fire support in order. Offensive air support. Active player conducts ground support. Missions. I do have 2 air factors for ground support. That's probably not going to be very much though, because that's only going to be worth 4, isn't it?
And I have have 2 air points for air superiority.
Oh, do you? Okay, so you'd be able to drive them off anyway.
Yes. So that's
okay.
So I'm gonna spend my air points then away.
Okay. Yeah, I won't do them then because, well, you don't have to spend them away. Hang on to them in case I do them in the PM turn, but
okay,
not likely because you can offset them, so they're going to basically wash. So then we would go to defensive.
Yes. So I'm looking at who I want to attack first. So I'm going to start over here.
Okay. So now we go back to the old mission tables.
Mm-hmm. So let's get a marker out. Let's get out some markers.
So what do you have spotting? What size unit?
I got a battalion here. It's going to be a medium mission. Germans are 2.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Germans are 2.
Medium mission. So you get 2.
So which one I'm going to bring? So I'll bring in this unit here and one underneath there. So it's going to be 5. So I'm going to mark fired. I'm going to put him on top so you can see him.
All right, so
altogether it's 5.
You on a vantage point or anything?
So I was going to check. I don't believe I am, but let's see. Nope.
Okay. All right, so modifiers. So terrain doesn't help me. I'm mixed. Pretty sure. Yep, they're mixed. So that is a -2.
Mm-hmm.
And no modifier for steps.
Okay, and then I think that's it.
So just it's a total of a -2.
Here we go.
Just tell me what you roll and I'll look on the chart.
I rolled a 7.
So it's a 5.
Correct.
So that is a no effect.
Wait, it's a 5 to my 5, so I have 10.
Oh, 10, and then it would be
you're
-2.
thinking of the original rules. That's fine.
Yeah. So you end up with an 8, so it's an AS.
I end up with a 10 altogether. I had 5 going in, and I rolled a 7.
Oh, you got a 12. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
So you got a 10. Okay,
So
that's probably a step loss.
No, I think it's an AS. Is it step?
10 is a 1.
All right. So what do you want to do with your?
Oh, already smacking me around, aren't you?
Let me roll my ADV while you think about it.
All right, let me look
0,
at my game.
we are good.
Oh my gosh, dude.
So it was this unit here.
All right, I'm gonna lose my little Stuarts. So eliminate, and I gotta go see on the chart what I get for him. I think it's a half.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, where the heck is that? Gotta relearn all the charts again.
On the breakdown?
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. So, M5. Yep, that's going to be a 0.5 armor. So go mark that. Armor losses times 1.5.
Okay, my second barrage, part of the 275th. Okay, same spotter.
Yep.
Can spot twice. I'm going to drop I'm going to bring in this unit underneath is a 2. Let me mark it fired. And then I'm going to bring one from the 49th. And
Okay.
it is coming in with 3. So altogether 5 firepower. Here we go. What's your modifiers?
So steps, I think now you get a +2, and it's mix or -2, so it's a straight up roll.
All right, here we go. 2 plus 5 is 7. Missed. I know that 5.
That's a 0.
Just
Okay,
missed it.
that's a 0. Okay.
ADV 7. Both of them are depleted.
Did we lose Jeffy? Is he still around?
He might have left.
He's still in
No.
No.
I just have my mic muted because I'm messing around doing some stuff.
That's okay.
Okay.
We'll put you to sleep while we're talking.
You're good.
We'll do soft-spoken voices.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Well, mine's kind of whiny right now, but because it's not going so great. But
Stop rolling zeros and ones.
I can't do that. Shit. I thought I had someone on. Oh, he can. He's a battalion. So we are
call
gonna
in.
call in from who?
Your call in is going to end again in 15
oh
minutes.
yeah, 15 minutes.
Really? I did a premium on this.
It says free group calls have a limit of 1 hour, so it's
3?
treating it as a
3?
free group calls have a limit of
I
1.
wondered. I don't have a purchased one.
No, you don't need to have a purchased one. I have it as a premium. That's how me and Steve were talking forever
Yeah, we
last
played
time.
like 5.5 hours last time.
Yes. I gotta
Let's
find
see
out
what
what's
happens.
going
See if
on.
it kills it or not.
Well, see, maybe it won't die. Maybe it'll just. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we ignored it and it didn't do anything, Clay.
So I will bring in this artillery here, Steve, and
Okay.
I have one here. So it's going to be 8 coming in.
Okay, so
now,
again, I'll be mixed.
Hold on.
Go
I
ahead.
believe I'm going to do intense barrage. Yes, I will. I will spend an ammo.
Why are you
point
doing that, Clay? Why you got to be like that?
because I love being like that. So we're going to bring in two bombardments of 8 barrage. Now,
This
one of
ain't
my
gonna
guys is
be
going to go automatically depleted. So let me deplete that one right now. So I'm going to deplete that guy. Okay. Let's go over the modifiers.
So I think it's just going to be +1 for density, -2 for mixed, so a total of -1, I think.
So minus
Because terrain doesn't matter.
No.
Are you on a
No, I'm not.
vantage point?
I'm not.
So that's the only thing that can help you. So yeah, so it's going to be a -1.
All right. It's going to be 2 rolls for 8. 5 becomes a 4. That's 12 for the first one. 4 becomes a 3. That's 11. So 112, 111.
So an AS1 and a 1. So AS2.
So you want to? Can you take off that thing? Because if I click on your thing, it's going to spread out your stack, and I'm going to see your units. Can you take off that spade?
Yeah.
All right. So
What do you want me to do?
Put 2 AS markers on you, and the one. What are you going to do?
It's 2 hits and an AS.
Oh, 2 hits.
It's worse.
So you can put it. I'll put an AS marker on you, and then you decide what you want to do. Well, if you're going to retreat, I'm not going to put an AS marker on you.
I'm probably going to retreat, but let me just think here. Okay, so it's my worst guy, but if they're attached, so like if I have like an attached engineer to one of my combat commands, I use my combat command, right?
Say that again.
Okay, I'll just
yes.
show you.
You are.
I'll just move them on here. So this guy is attached to this guy. So I use him because he's attached, right?
That's a good question, Steve.
Well, let's look it up.
Yes, I'm not
If you're not sure, let's look it up. So this would be a proficiency rating check. So let's look up proficiency.
Oh, it's the lowest PR in your stack.
Right, but I'm wondering if they're attached, do they get to use the parent unit, or do you still use the crappier attached unit?
Let's look that up.
So PR checks is on page 10. Okay, so you read here for a second. Use the below procedure. Roll a d10. If it's less than the PR value, the unit is passed. Oh, equal to or greater, it's failed. So you have to roll below it. If stacked with a leader, apply a... Oh, I think I have a leader. Let me double check. Yep, I do have a leader there.
What are you trying to do exactly? So I can look it up in the rules.
I want to see if I use my crappy attached guy, or do I get to use the parent unit on the check? Because he's attached to him.
Oh, you mean to stay in the hex and take that as...
Yeah, because I don't want to use... If I got to use the crappier guy, I'm probably going to retreat.
I got you. And that would probably be on the retreat and stay part.
It's not under proficiency ratings.
No, but you know the retreat section on the retreat priorities, mission, first numeric hit. Maybe it's page 37. Let's see.
What do they call that when they're attached units?
Organic.
That's a special. Organic? Because this is an important one, because I'm either going to be an 8 or like a 6, which is a big difference. Plus I have a leader there. So I don't want to risk it and then still take a beating and run away. Okay, so... All right, so let's see. Mission resolution is on page 36.
So you can take it as a step loss. Follow procedure of 11.6.2a.
But there's 2 hits.
Oh, that's right. The second one. It's the second one.
I'm trying to figure out. I can't remember what they call it. It's not organic. It's when your units are combined because you're an attached unit.
I always knew it as organic.
There's no hits. There's no matches for organic when I was looking.
They must have changed it because in the first rules it's organic. I guess they gave it a different name.
Okay. ENA activation attached.
Absorb the step loss. Here we go. Yeah, the retreat part, that I spoke about. It's just telling us what we know, that you just take it from the lowest unit.
Yeah.
So, and the PR is not saying it. No?
It didn't say under PR when you. It didn't say anything about
You,
attached
you know
units.
where then? Stacking. It has to be on the
Yeah.
stacking.
Okay, so special stacking, mixed modes. Okay, so page 18 and 19. See if it's in there. If it's not in there, then I'll have to just decide based on the crappier unit, I think. Okay, players made, unit as exception. Treat units stacked using this rule as one unit for all stacking, moving, and max step loss purposes. Always use the PR of the larger sized unit. If all stacked units are COs, use the PR of the CO with the lowest.
Yeah, it says it right here.
Are you looking at page 18?
Yes.
Are you thinking
Last
that
bulletin.
applies to that, or does
Um,
that apply to something else?
Always use the PR of the largest size unit if all stacked units are CO, all stacked are CO. You're
Use the
not
PR
all
of this.
CO.
They're all battalion because they're all attached.
Always use the PR of the largest size unit. That doesn't make sense. Because you have to use the lowest one. We know that.
Well, it says use the PR of the larger sized unit. This is based on special stacking, though.
Yeah, this is
That's why I
not
was.
this is not on that retreat thing and trying to stay in a hex. You know what I can look at? Oh, hold on. Continue looking. I'm going to look at something else.
How'd them CCA boys get stuck out there in the middle of those woods?
What are you talking about? Oh, I was. We were looking at a rule, and I was showing him those guys off to the side, so he could see them because we have it so you can't view stacks. Are you there, Clay?
He wandered off for a second.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I get to use the PR of the biggest unit, so I think I'm good there.
Yes.
You there, Clay?
I am.
Yeah, I found it.
What page?
So when you read, it's the same bullet points. When you read those bullet points, it talks about treating them as one unit, and then on the second bullet point under the blue example, it says do not treat the units using this rule as one unit when, and it lists A, B, C, D, and E. So those are when you wouldn't treat them as a single unit. And then right under that, it says you continue treating them as a single unit when moving the stacked units. Always use the slowest and always use the PR of the largest. So that's referring to them being one unit. So I think they are. I think I get to use my attacking of 8.
Okay. All right.
So I'm gonna try to hold my ground, and I have a leader there, so I should auto pass it because that's a -1. So that would be a 7, be a 6 because of the leader, and I'm an 8. Okay, so now I have to take 2 hits.
And I'll drop that on top here. While you're doing that, I'm going to roll my ADV, and I get a +1 to my roll because I did intense barrage. 3 becomes a 4. Did I lower my ADV? Nope, we pass. We're a 4. Just passed.
All right, I gotta go look at what my losses give me. Holy smokers, dude! All right, I gotta go see what these armored engineers are gonna give me. This is getting expensive.
Absolutely. We want you to pay.
Yeah, I'm paying. All right. All right. Armored engineers. I get an infantry for their step, and the M10 I get a .5 armor. Okay, so we'll eliminate him, and we'll eliminate him. So let me go mark my losses. So I'm up to an armor, and this is way more costly than the last game. Oh well. I said I love GOSS 2020.
Yes, you did.
I'm loving it now. Okay, so not much left there. Oh, what's the rule on leader losses? Do you have to make leader losses if there's...
In the original one, you would. There's a role for it. Let's look at leader losses on the 2020.
Leader loss. I don't think...
It would be in... It's at the back, I know. Let's see.
I don't
leader
think there is.
casualty.
Oh, is it leader casualty? I don't find a I don't get a match for that.
23.3.0.
Leader casualty.
Good.
It's abbreviated. It abbreviated